It's The Buzz, the show that lets you know what's trending on social media. And we're at it again this Tuesday afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. Today is the 24th of July, 2018. My name is Patience Bello Kafo. Alera is here with me as usual. Good afternoon, Alera.
Good afternoon, Patience. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, it is another day. Yes, another beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And the country is actually excited about what's going on in some state houses. But you know how it is on the program today. We'll be discussing everything that is trending.
Not to mention what's happening at the National Assembly or what might be happening, but we'll get into that tomorrow when we have all the facts and everything on ground, so we don't talk out of context. Yes. Meanwhile, today we have two of our panelists already here with us. The third one will be joining us in the course of the show. It's a pleasure to have her come back. Like, we haven't seen you in weeks. Esosa. Esosa Osagede is here with us. She's a marketing and communications expert. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming.
Good to have you in the program.
Thank you.
Also, we have one of our regulars on the show. He's back again. He is a renowned journalist and he runs an online news platform. It's Akogun Gani Kayode Balogun, aka GKB. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming on the show.
It's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure having you here too. All right, Nii Tabiti will be joining us in the course of the program. We hope he gets here on time. All right, let's get the show started. Remember, the number to use is 0802-836-8971 and it's for SMS only. Also, you can join us via social media.
Yes, and that's on Facebook, facebook.com/Galaxy TV, and on Twitter, unofficial Galaxy TV, knowing that you can get to watch previous editions of the program via our YouTube channel, Galaxy TV Nigeria, and catch a repeat broadcast of what goes on daily, 1 a.m. to 2 a.m.
That's right. All right, we're starting by discussing Senator Dino Melaye's bond project. Of course, I'm sure we've all heard about that, but on Wednesday last week, he finally addressed the issue officially, and he condemned the burning down of a block of 4 classrooms, which he donated to Government Girls Secondary School, Sarki Noma, in Lokoja by unknown arsonists. He also condemned the vandalization of block of 4 classrooms he built at UBE Junior Secondary School at Lokongoma area in Lokoja by hoodlums, urging the police to bring the perpetrators to book. Senator Melaye, of course, we know is representing Kogi West Senatorial District, and he said the action of the hoodlums was an embarrassment to the state that was well respected for its exploits in education in northern Nigeria. Meanwhile, he promised to rebuild and repair the burnt and damaged blocks of classrooms, saying no amount of intimidation and harassment would divert his attention from providing qualitative representation to the people. All right, we have a short footage on Senator Dino Melaye on this issue. We'll take that quickly and then we'll be back to the table.
Still on top of the matter as they ought, yes, some unidentified hoodlums don't go burn down Oga Dino Melaye constituency projects where in don't barade to for take commission for inside Kogi State. And still on top of the matter now, they don't come out talk say some political talks now then do this badness. So Oga Dino Melaye himself don't come out and talk say this matter so you know sweet and for Bele at all. Say cause so these people will do this badness so say na out of bitterness and na politics now he make them go destroy waiting you don't provide for poor masses to for take benefit from. In cause and talk say everyone I go judge every way chook hand for this badness so plus wicked agent for inside the state say light now go shine on top every darkness where they shell for inside the state. But no be only in the yarn on top this badness so even government say if they don't come out they condemn the burning talk say make the people where do this badness make they remember say the person where do this project so say no be in pocket now in carry the fund come out say na government now in carry the money put for ground where they for take do every on top the budget so but Oga Dino Melaye himself don't come out here and talk say this badness where they do so say he go rebuild the bond structure with immediate alacrity.
flip TV there for that report done in Pidgin. All right, meanwhile, we know that the Kogi state government did come out to say they won't be surprised if those classrooms were actually burnt by the senator himself, just to, do what he's known for, drama, and all. But then, Esosa, what say you on this issue, really?
Taking from what you just said, everybody knows that Dino Melaye is an A-list, performer. His drama is, Nollywood, Bollywood, Hollywood, got nothing on that guy. He's also known and very good at deflecting, so he's in the middle of some controversy. He would know how to deflect and come up with some other controversy, just to, stir the pot and, make you forget about that one and focus on this. But be that as it may, somebody has done something laudable for his state and his community, and it's been burgled, it's been burnt, it's been vandalized. I think it's an issue. True or false, if he's the one who did it, if it's some other opposition or some other persons, I think it's bad, because we never think of the grass which suffers, which are the people he did these things for. Yeah. He did it for a particular school. I'm sure the children are already excited if they haven't moved in already and started using
chairs and all that.
And then that is what money gone down the drain.
Exactly. Taxpayers' money.
Taxpayers' money is gone down. It's not Dino Melaye. I think we need to forget that it's not Dino Melaye's personal money. He did not build that from his pockets. He may have put his name behind it and thrown his weight behind it, but he didn't build it from his own pocket. And the minute we start to think like that as a people in this country, I think, we'll start to have a different mindset. If you want to deal with him in some other ways. He's embarrassed all of us. He's not just embarrassed the people of Kogi. Deal with him in some other way. Do not touch that which will benefit the common man. That's my
all right, okay, Akazon, because like Esosa pointed out, it's more or less like a waste of resources, because he has as well said is still going to do the project all over again.
Which is not still his money.
Do you understand?
It's more of our money. So
as if you're wasting, you get wastage. So Akogon, what do you have to say, sir?
Well, I followed the politics of Kogi for a while, and it's just a spat between lovers. You can use that word. Yaya Bello and Dino Melaye are cut from the same cloth, politically and otherwise. They are both young, brash, and don't really know exactly what they want for themselves. But having said that, we have to realize the fact that it's more of an ego thing than really about anything else that we can take off. Dino and Yaya Bello are going through a problem of seeing who has a bigger equipment as far as Kogi politics is concerned. Unfortunately, it's the children who will suffer the consequences of this act of brigadry, and it's unfortunate. Incidentally, the man himself has accepted that he's going to do it again. Whether I do it again, of course, is another matter entirely. He has made the promise, and the way things are, whether I do it again or not, the damage has been done.
But then, should politics be all about this, where people get that vindictive to the point where, you don't think twice about bringing or destroying,
properties?
Should politics be like this?
I saw a picture recently about, it was one of these animations, and they said when opposition leaders fight, and they showed Buhari and they showed Jonathan hugging, and they say when their followers fight, and then you see burning down of houses, matches, and all of that. You see, it baffles me. I think after the whole 2015 saga, because I know I was really involved, spirit, soul, body, I threw myself, everybody threw that. And I saw how things turned out, a government that, I threw my weight behind and I had so much hope for, turned out to be like this. And then since then, and then I saw how, I've been to events where I see how these people that we think are enemies,
how they whine and
together. When their children are getting married, how they bond with since then. Oh, so you see, we need to start to have a mental reorientation. And
well said,
that's what's going to help us moving forward.
All right, while we were talking, our third guest came in, Niyi Tabiti, who is a journalist, a blogger, and a publicist. Welcome, Niyi. Thank you for joining us. We're discussing Senator Dino Melaye's burnt project in Kogi State. You want to say something quickly?
Well, so far so good. We know Nigerian politics. Anything Dino Melaye is doing, everybody will assume it is straight from Saraki, and you can always predict.
Not Saraki. What's the name of that man? Yaya?
No, because you can always predict. You can always predict what will happen next. Any step Dino Melaye takes, you can always see the end result. Beyond Dino Melaye, the issue we have in Nigeria is about our system. The political system is not structured. We don't have a proper proper political system. A situation whereby somebody, because you're a politician today, they can do anyhow. Tomorrow, don't be surprised if Dino Melaye decide to burn everything in Kogi, or Yaya decide to burn everything in Kogi tomorrow. What will happen will still happen. That doesn't change anything. You look at them from the point of the moral point of view. Let's leave law now. Let's talk about morality. On the issue of morality, if Dino, most of the things Dino have done, if we judge by morality, this guy will never become a senator in the first place. Do you understand? He will never become a senator. So anytime people come on the pages of Facebook, Twitter, and write anything, I just laugh. Because at the end of the day, these people, they know how they will get back, how they will settle people, and how they get back again. So whatever Dino is doing now.
I get what you're trying to say, but this is beyond even Dino. You know, we know him, we know his character, and his theatrics and all that, you know, but this is beyond him. This is amenities, infrastructure put on ground, you know, for the people of his constituency to benefit from, you know, everything destroyed. Have you seen the pictures? You know, even up to the ceiling, everything. It doesn't speak well.
I saw the pictures. Before now, Dino has always raised his voice over certain things that happen in Kogi State. It will tell you the after his life, people will laugh. At the end of the day, some people will say Dino is just staging this thing because himself, you cannot predict. You know, when you know somebody, tomorrow Dino can come on Facebook and laugh and dance and make joke out of very serious issues. So when he talks about certain things, you know,
serious issues, you know, there's that tendency not to.
At the end of the day, people can even assume that Dino actually sent people to go and burn those amenities down.
Just to
deflect from
and maybe paint the opposition bad or badder.
We are operating a scattered political system. You know, when you go to America, you say they are operating democratic system of government, or presidential system of government. The kind of system of government we are operating in Nigeria is scattered political system. That's what we are doing, and I think a lot of.
All right, Akogo, let me ask you this. Now, the senator has promised he's going to rebuild, he's going to repair everything destroyed and all of that. That means we're spending ×2, you know,
not ×3.
on the same. What implication really would this have? You know, I'm talking about the spin-off from that. What's that word I'm looking for? Duplicity. In a bad way, though, you know. Where is this money going to come from?
It's going to come from his constitutional project budget, which he already has, which is already excessive in the first place. And I'm sure by the cost of rebuilding will double the cost of the original something that.
And we know Kogi is one of those states that's not doing very well.
I'm not bothered about Kogi because if you have a people that are passive enough to be reading roughshod over and over and over again, I feel no pity for them. And this state, one of the most vibrant in the country, has shown the capacity to employ, can I use that word, charlatans and clowns into position of authority. Dino may be the face of Kogi, but Yaya Bello is no better. They both, like I said, the level of their kindergarten-like behavior is beyond the pale. But having said that, I think the senator will rebuild the school. He will get the money from the National Assembly, take it away from it. It costs him nothing. It has no bearing with his own pockets. You just go back to the Senate and tell them that due to, because in some countries, this will be covered by insurance. But in Nigeria, nothing like that will happen because we are not really a country yet. Because normally this is not it's no longer his problem under normal circumstances.
Because he did do
He has done it.
what he was supposed.
What if they burn the place
What
down?
was
That's what I mean. Akoko just brought up a very. You did something, and you're coming out to say that you're going to rebuild it. You shouldn't be coming out to say you should rebuild it. If you did something that laudable, you claim that you should have insured it. So we should be talking. You see, so it's now there's something else. Just
I think it's being personalized. Being personalized.
Most times, insurance doesn't cover terror attacks. No,
how do you know?
And it's actually a terror attack.
No.
This is
you park your car outside.
Yeah.
It happened to someone recently. You park your car
Vandalize.
outside and you
Yeah.
vandalize it.
Yeah.
Insurance pays.
No, wait,
Insurance will
vandalization-
pay
no.
and before you
No,
can
let me tell
repair,
you something.
you
Let me
can
tell
choose to
you.
repair,
No.
but insurance will pay.
No,
It's
hold it.
proper.
what I'm
Okay.
saying, wait, let me justify what I'm saying now. Recently, I was talking to someone concerning something like this. When it comes to attacks like this, burning down, like arson, like this one, most times, I've said most times, insurance doesn't cover it.
Because
They'll
of
tell you
it
because
covers it under fire.
they'll put it forward and tell you that this thing was actually like a terror attack. If not, the whole place in Maiduguri and
Okay,
all
would have
the-
probably been insured.
would
But
be insured.
another question. Hold on, sister, another question. Do you
Find out.
think most of the projects in which our senators get to do for their constituency, do you think they're actually insured? That's another question. Do you think they're insured?
Please, what are the projects? Can we
And
be specific?
how do you now
Borehole.
define a terror attack?
Wait.
You are saying terror
electric
attack.
pole.
Is that
I don't understand.
For the burn,
A
what
car
if it
now.
was
Let me give you an example. Let me
what
give you
if
an
it
a car.
was wires that crossed and the house
No.
burns? Is that terror attack?
Hold on. Let me give you. Let me give you. Let me give you
Go
a
ahead.
let me give you something. A car. If you park a car now,
Okay.
okay, if your car has mechanical faults, it's not covered by insurance.
Yes.
Except
It's
the
not.
car is stolen. In this kind of situation, whereby a group of people, criminals, went to a place, hoodlums, went to burn.
I get what you mean, Niyi. It's a
insurance.
premeditated crime, sort of. That's what you're saying. I understand that.
When the Twin Towers were brought down, they had to pay insurance.
When Grenfell happened in the
it's a terror attack.
UK,
UK, yes,
just last
But they
year,
have to pay insurance.
insurance is
The problem is that
Can we compare the two clients who are describing there?
You mentioned UK.
You mentioned America, I mentioned-
no, I'm going to circle back to what you said.
Okay.
Just give that an example. Insurance is insurance. It's a universal practice.
Okay.
There's nothing like Yoruba insurance or Igbo insurance.
Terror
Insurance is insurance.
insurance.
Okay.
So this kind of projects under Nigerian law
Should be.
Okay, like-
But we don't know
Okay,
if this
The
was.
responsible thing to be
No,
insured.
you know,
It only makes sense.
Sir, see, let me make myself clear. I'm not saying they should not be insured. A car, if government should buy a car, a government car, it should be properly insured. That one is there. But insurance people, most of the time, I'm not saying all of the time, I can't generalize, is they always tell you that if so happen on this one, we will not be
I get what you
responsible.
mean. Of course, we know, which is why
You
lots of
understand?
Nigerians.
No, it will be the
don't even
fault
do
of
the
the
insurance
owner
thing in the
if
first
they give you a
place.
caveat.
Trust.
There's always
Yeah, the
an
system.
exception because they will go and
I get what you mean.
investigate the way
All right,
they
let's move it along. All right, because of time. Anyways, this particular projects that were burnt, part of Dino's 143 project, you know, he was supposed to handle at the cost of 7 billion naira total. So you know how much we're actually talking about here. He was still talking about the character called Dino here. You know, he releases a video one per week. And I just sort of stumbled on this one.
Videos.
And I felt
Fell in love with the video.
I felt, okay, maybe we should use this one. This is actually the senator hawking granuts in traffic. All right, let's see this one.
I don't want to call your name. How much is it? Now 15 naira. No, it's we're in the era of change now. Yes, that's why it becomes 15 naira now. No, okay, 10 naira. Yeah? That one I'm going to the government now. Look at now. Time budget finish now. Yes, but because of 15 naira, things don't cost. Okay, no, 30 naira. 30 naira. Everybody don't buy 15 naira. Okay. I say you go tell me say you go buy. That's my last. 30 naira. Hey, with this fine motor you carry like this? Hey, as you find like this, eh? But see where the passport sell, they buy 15 naira. That's sell for me now. Hey, oh, make you just buy 15 naira. Okay. Hey. You get change? Change it. Now one cup? Two, okay. Yeah. This one never full now. I put Jara smoke. Okay, make I put Jara for you. See how you just squeeze Nigerian money? No best, I beg. No best. Put big nylon now. Hey, this guy. Oh, on top two cups. Okay. Thank you very much. Where receipts? Okay, no receipts. This man for you. On top, okay. Look, I give you change. Hey. If I collect your $100 for all. Look, I just give you. No problem. Okay? No problem. Buy granuts. Salted granite there. Buy granuts. You want buy? Fine girl. How you doing? Fine. Okay. How much? One cup, how much? One cup na 15 naira. You know what? Give me 3 for 100 naira. For this boy anytime? Give me 3 for 100 naira. No, anti-corruption. Anti-corruption. Thank you, my sister. So put Jara now, you know? You see, this guy not different too. Every Jara make a chop. One. No, you don't chop before. I never chop. 30 naira, okay. Come on, come on, I see you now. You want buy? Okay, thank you. Wait, okay, make I test your water too now. Okay.
All right, we welcome you back from that funny video.
Oh, that's funny.
All right,
It's funny.
Ibrahim from Gombe says, "I love Dino Melaye." All right, maybe those are the things he does that endears him to, his people. Who knows? But then, because of time, let's move it along. And next, we'll be discussing the controversies surrounding Reverend Funke Felix Adejumo on social media. For a bit now, we'll try to gloss over this particular one and not talk about it, but where the thing has reached now is just something that has to be brought to this table. And this particular woman of God has been trending all over social media for about 3 weeks now. The drama started after a video capturing her, demanding her congregation to sow a seed of $1,000 surfaced online. The pastor could be heard saying people should tap into the anointing in her life, reminding the congregation that her male and female children got married as virgins and have beautiful kids.
Awesome.
Of course, this action caused an uproar online, with many criticizing the preacher and a few supporting her. A Change.org campaign has also been launched, seeking 5,000 signatures for a petition banning the pastor from entering the UK. The petition is titled, "Ban Funke Felix Adejumo from coming to the UK to defraud the people and the country." Currently, as at yesterday, they have 4,277 signatures. Just a little over 700 signatures more to make this show. Anyways, let us see a compilation of videos of this woman of God going different places and doing what she does. We'll be back.
Just before I hand over the microphone to the Reverend, I hear in my spirit that I should take a seed from you. It's your seed for the next level. And I'm going to ask you to give in dollars. I'm helping you. I'm helping you. So that from now on, Naira will be the least of your currency. I want 20 of you to sow a seed of $1,000. Just step to this altar. Keep coming. Come very fast. $1,000. Say, when? Between now and next Sunday now. Come to this side. Fantastic. $1,000. Come from everywhere. I'm helping you. $1,000. Between now and next year, 1 year, 1 whole year, you're going to raise an altar unto the Lord on behalf of your children with $1,000. I want you to step out. 1 year, 365 days. Where are you? Come out very quickly. Before I leave, because I must not miss my flight, trying to look at the time, I'm going to ask you to raise an altar on behalf of your children with a seed in your hand. For some of it is $500. For some of it is $200. For some of it is $100. Between now and the next Mother Summit, some of you can even give $1,000. It's a special seed. You're not just giving money.
This issue has been going on and on and on social media, and a lot of people have been feasting, on this story. But then, in support of the pastor, a new hashtag I stand with Funke Adejumo was launched on Instagram, with fans of the pastor sharing just how much impact she has had in their lives. Let's start with you, Akobu. How do you react to this?
As much as I believe that religion is a personal choice, I think that a level of marketing, I use that word, shows somebody who is very grounded in human psychology. And she's not the first one. At least she has not gotten to the point where she's climbing on top of people or calling God on the phone.
Or selling blood of Jesus in
just
bottles,
another one in a long line of businessmen and women exploiting people's gullibility and the level of poverty. It's no longer physical, even mental poverty that our people are going through. Because when you listen to some people who believe such things saying, most of them are very educated, very well connected. And you wonder, because one of them, I told them another program, I said, my advice to you is go back to your school, go and see your teacher, and take back your father's money, because it was wasted. Because if somebody is tying down act of probability, in the case of religion, then we are all in trouble. But like I said earlier, it's a personal choice. He has not putting gun on anybody's head. He has not forced them to pay money. So those who are doing the hashtag to stop her from coming to the UK are basically jobless. Because that's not going to change the mind of the Home Office. If somebody is bringing business to the UK.
So the petition really is baseless.
Just people who has no job to do, just trying to be relevant. People must learn that the poor people are more business savvy than we are. These sentiments don't gel with them. So when people say, we're going to sign 1,500, I laugh. Because nothing's going to come out of it. In fact, it's easier for her to get 10 years visa than a businessman who has nothing else to do that. I think what we should worry about is why the level of poverty of our people, I'm not talking about Nigerians, Africans generally, but black people generally, to fall for such level of... Okay. That's my problem.
All right, Esosa.
I mean, Akongo has said it all. It's embarrassing. On Sunday, I stumbled on her on one of her videos, and I took my time, and for the first time, I'm sure you read my post on Facebook. I wrote about this woman. Like, somebody on my comment section says she's now the chief fundraiser. They actually rent her now to come to churches. Like Akongo said, why is she not? Why? I don't understand our level of poverty as black people, not just Nigeria or Africa. I don't understand. Mental poverty. This woman is not coming out to what we just spoke about. Dino Melaye. We keep speaking about politicians and their antics and all of that. Why are we not coming out to give 1,000 naira to move the $1,000 to move the country forward? You are giving $1,000 so that your children can marry as virgins, and she's boasting about her children. How does she know her children married as virgins? Was she there? Was she in the bedroom? So what happens to the girl who was raped and could not tell her mother? Her mother is going out to give $1,000 and going around saying my daughter is a virgin. Then that girl now gets married, and the husband comes out and says, which virgin did you give me? Your daughter has been there and done that. You understand? You give 1,000. This woman, you know, I mean, I can say that, I mean, as a woman, she appealed to me when she just came out. When her messages were more revival, were more salvation driven, were more
saving the marriage, saving the family,
marriage,
the
saving
home.
the family and everything. But the day I went on a visit to Abuja, and I saw this woman's picture lined up on billboards from airport to Wuse. I knew she had lost it. I knew it was over. I knew it was game over at that point. And then when I started seeing the kind of people she started associating, her circle had changed. She started, you know, becoming, dressing and moving with certain types of people. I just knew it was over. You go, I mean, I don't even understand how they do not have fear. And you go around and you are begging for money and you are casual. Anyway, like Akomu said, to ask is fair. To give is stupidity. She didn't put a gun to anybody's head to give. But you see, I will close by saying this, that Christian, Muslim, African religion, whatever it is that you do or religion you practice, we need to start to hold our religious leaders as accountable as to the same standards they expect from us. Because they climb on these pulpits, and I don't know who said it, I think it was me who said that. Have you seen the richest man in Africa give $1,000 in any mosque or any church or any? I don't. Have you seen Bill Gates and his type give $1,000 or give money? I mean, how does the black man even phantom these things? And even, I don't know. While
we're actually, Shez and I were talking about this yesterday.
It's embarrassing.
I said, it's funny because the way it's been, we are wired up. Some people are wired up in a way that, okay, I'm dropping 1,000. It's more or less like gamble. You're dropping 1,000, and maybe the next year at work you're able to get about $5,000 or thereabouts. And once you get that, next week, once you go to church, if they tell you drop 10,000, babes, you will have to go and.
I don't know. It's a black man's thing. I just told you. In countries where every kobo you earn, you must exclaim. You don't need that kind of mindset. What kind of money are you expecting that you didn't work for?
That you did not work for.
It's insulting. Why to hear educated people think along that line of thought?
But can I interject here? Have you had this discussion with people who are religious? You understand what I'm trying to say? And the explanation is how seed offering or seed money works is a spiritual thing. You know, it's tied to your faith.
See, like you said, it's by choice. If I go to church now, I go to church all the time on Sunday, during the week.
Praise God.
I go to church. I'm a church boy.
Thank God.
But you know what about me? There was a time, one of my friends is a pastor in one of the churches in Abuja now. The guy will call me intellectual demon, you know, because in those days we will sit down. I love to read a lot of books and all that. So when he's bringing it on, it will tell me I was playing the devil's advocate. I go to church now, but in church, when I want to give, it depends on choice. It's by choice. Somebody will not come to church now and tell me, if you give this, something will happen. I don't buy all those things. I give based on my own conviction. If I believe that I have to give for so thing, I will give. If I don't believe in it, I don't give. Pastor Funke Adejuma has it, right? Church is something that is a spiritual thing. It's something that we cannot verify. No matter what anybody says. If somebody comes in and tell you that if so thing happened, that he saw Jesus Christ. Somebody told me in my church that he saw Jesus Christ. I told him, I said, do you know how Jesus Christ looks like? How do you know that was Jesus Christ? The guy said there was a picture. I said, that
was an actor.
Imaginary drawing.
That was an actor.
Yes, an artistic impression. I can draw something from my head now and put it up and tell you that was Jesus Christ. Do you understand? So everybody should do whatever they have to do. But I know that if you are not real, it will get to a point you fizzle out. How many pastors? There was a pastor that used to, I don't want to mention his name, he used to live at Sheraton. when Sheraton was still
full-time.
Full-time, he was living there every day. Do you know what they do there? Every day, somebody living in a hotel every day, and how much they are paying for that hotel. You can't believe that kind of luxury life.
Is it still there?
Well,
Okay. Yeah, okay, I just wanted to hear the end of the story.
Do you know how many pastors? Do you know how many pastors we've written about? We in those days when we write gossip in all these society journals. Do you know how many pastors? Where are they now? Most of them have gone. When they buy a car, a pastor will call you and tell you that, how far? Oh boy, you didn't come and greet me all this time. I just bought one car. He wants you to write about it. A pastor will tell you that I just bought.
All right, let's see how viewers are reacting to the story. Joel from Ife. It's funny how pastors always ask people to sow seed. Why can't they just ask God for the money and not disturb working people? If the pastors truly believe in miracle, we will survive. Oh. All right, this other one says, okay, please don't call people names. Don't call people names, so I'll just skip all of that part. We must not encourage men and women of God that defraud Nigerians of their hard-earned money. Giving is by choice, but giving must not be mandatory. Feromi from Oshogbo sent that one in. This one is reacting to the Dino Melaye story. It says, I'm impressed with Dino Melaye, a senator selling granuts, but what has come over him? I thought you said you were impressed. All right. You know, I really see this kind of people as beggars. Now, what for this woman? No, what shall it profit that woman to gain the whole dollars and lose her soul? Shade from Abule Egba. Why not leave judgment for God? She's not forcing them to get money. Of course, we know that. Nice one. But this kind of question, okay, should have included a clergyman. It's an altar call and by choice. That's why I said it from the start that, you know, this is a spiritual thing. And of course, you know, we all will readily call to mind that portion of the Bible that talks about touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. It's the truth, Esosa, you know. So because if you come from a Christian family, you understand what I'm trying to say, where a lot of these things were imbibed into you.
That dogmatism, when you can't ask questions, when the pastor will come on stage and tell you so thing. Me, I ask my pastor questions. After the service, I will go and meet him. We'll argue. Sometimes we do argue for like 1 hour or 2 hours. He says it's because of what the job that you're doing. I say no. Sir, if you say so thing, the only thing, most of the time, people, when it comes to the issue of tithe, for instance, you always go Habakkuk for something. I've forgotten that.
No, Malachi.
Malachi. I will now say that most of the time, you people will say the Old Testament is Jesus has washed everything away. Now we are in the New Testament. I'll tell you, the kind of church I go to, we still do a lot when it comes to the Old Testament. For instance, now, people will tell you, if you go to some Pentecostal church, they will tell you that you can't do anything with cow, you can't kill cow, you can't do so thing to pray and all of that. God was receiving burnt offerings now.
But he doesn't receive burnt offerings anymore.
Hold on.
That's why Jesus came as a living sacrifice.
Wait, hold on.
He receives dollars now.
That's a literary. Jesus at no place. There's no place in the Bible where Jesus Christ said.
Okay.
I'm now your.
We need to take a break, Nee. But one more feedback. Ayodeji from Lagos says the biblical principle of seed time and harvest time cannot be overemphasized. The money received is not used for personal gains. You may need to verify the impact of the said churches she associates with. However, this does not rule out the existence of fake pastors. I think we should draw a line between all this. All right, we hear that. All right, we're still going to talk about the controversial Nigerian Press Council bill, but we have to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
If I hand over the microphone to the Reverend, I hear in my spirit that I should take a seed from you. It's your seed for the next level. And I'm going to ask you to give in dollars. I'm helping you. I'm helping you. So that from now on, Naira will be the least of your currency. I want 20 of you to sow a seed of $1,000. Just step to this altar. Keep coming. Come very fast. $1,000. You say, when? Between now and next Sunday now. Come to this side. Fantastic. $1,000 come from everywhere. I'm helping you. $1,000. Between now and next year, 1 year, 1 whole year, you're going to raise an altar unto the Lord on behalf of your children with $1,000. I want you to step out. 1 year, 365 days. Where are you? Come out very quickly. Before I leave, because I must not miss my flight, I'm trying to look at the time. I'm going to ask you to raise an altar on behalf of your children with a seed in your hand. For some of it is $500. For some of it is $200. For some of it is
Welcome back. All right, we needed to take that break so we could allow Akogun take his leave. He has to be somewhere urgently. All right, moving on the show, the controversial Nigerian Press Council bill, a bill seeking to regulate journalism practice in Nigeria, has drawn strong skepticism and condemnation from foremost media rights groups in the country. The Senate pushed the controversial bill through second reading earlier this year, eliciting widespread outrage from media practitioners who immediately identified it as an attempt to revive some of the relics of dictatorship that freedom lovers thought modernization and democracy had consigned to the dustbin of history. And it goes on and on and on. But then a lot of media organizations are actually against this bill because they say it's unconstitutional, it runs against the principles and the tenets of the rule of law. And also to mention that this particular case is actually before the Supreme Court, so it shouldn't have been passed even in the first place, since it is already in court pending. You get what I'm trying to say? But then this press council bill, really, do you see it as an attempt to muzzle, yes.
More or less like an anti-free speech.
I think around the world, the media is under serious attack.
Okay.
We've heard the man in America, call it fake news, and he's drummed it down, the ears of so many people that even when real news is being, broadcasted or published, people now are doubting and everybody is a whaler and, we don't even know, but it just takes some of us, the patience and time to sift through all the noise to get through. So I don't know, but I think you media people, you journalists, you journalists have a lot of work to do. I mean, this period is not your best time, not just in Nigeria, but around the world. In Europe, we see what's happening with the EU and everything. We see what's happening in the UK. We see what's happening in America. We see it everywhere. And then, unfortunately, Nigeria is a country where, at least in all these other places, they still have law. You still know that it will go through the courts, and then, it might come out
this way or that way. You can actually tell. Yes.
But unfortunately, we live in a society where you'll be surprised that this whatever it is just being funded or pushed by certain people that maybe the media have rubbed off in a negative way, and they're just trying to see how they can stifle your voices and everything. It's a sad time to be a journalist or a media person. But it just shows that we also, I would include myself now, we also need to be on our toes, and we need to get to the facts. So when you're presenting the fact, you have to know that you're presenting the facts, and nobody can hold you down.
Okay, all right, let's bring in Nee. What would you have to say about the Nigerian Press Council bill?
Well, I think so far the government has tried, not just this government, all the past governments, they've tried their best to put the Nigerian press under the table. But despite all that, everybody has resisted them. they've persisted and will continue to resist anything they would
But
do.
you're a journalist. Can I ask a quick question? Don't you think that even journalists, I mean Nigerian journalists too, have put themselves in a position, you know, where the government can actually clamp down on them? Don't you think
what
so?
They gotta do.
Yeah, the government have done that, but you know what? There's an existing law. We don't need to see all this law they try to enact most of the time. Everything is political. You know why? There's always a existing law. If you write anything against anybody, or you say anything against anybody, there's already a law.
Guiding
There's
that,
libel,
yes.
there's slander. It depends on which one they want to put. Somebody can say, I'm suing you. I've seen people where people will write a letter, I'm suing you for 1 billion, I'm suing you for 2 billion. At the end of the day, those people, they will pipe down because they know that you already have your facts. There is no story. Most of the time, people tell stories. The best thing you own, the best tool you own as a journalist is your source. If you have a solid source, and somebody is telling you, an housemate of some of these people can tell you what they ate this morning, and that's the info. By the time you bring it out, some of these guys will tell you that I'm suing you for 13 billion. At the end of the day, these people don't even have the moral, they don't have the
moral standing. Yes.
The standing to even push it forward. So the press council, whatever they want to do, the only thing I just want on the table is, if anybody is going against the law, writing rubbish about you, you can sue. You can sue. That one is there. Sue anybody if you think that person is saying anything. Because I know that there are a lot of charlatans now. They broadcast all kind of information on WhatsApp, on social media, on anything. There are some stories. Even you will not be proud to put your byline. Byline is very important. You will not be proud to put your byline against.
Okay, now Nii, another question. Do you think the environment is actually healthy and friendly for journalists to carry out their work without any intimidation?
Oh, no.
It's never been.
It's never been.
But it's a bit better now. Remember in the 80s, journalists, a lot of journalists actually went to jail. Yes. When we were still under the military.
One of the problems we have right now, why you have a lot of, when you talk about charlatans in the media, people who write all kind of things, we have a lot of freelance journalists in America who don't even work for any organization, who don't even have any background in journalism, but they have information and they'll present it and they'll earn money from those things. But the only difference between them and us right here is, we don't have investigative journalists in Nigeria anymore. There are very few. Do you know why? Because research organizations, they give grants to all these people. They have insurance. Can you go and you want to go and investigate a particular information you got now, and you get there, somebody is offering you small money. Would you collect? That's one of the problems we have in Nigeria. Although a lot of journalists will still collect money and still go behind and write that thing against you. But we need grants. We need organizations to support freelance journalists, to support investigative journalists in Nigeria. When you are giving proper grant to somebody, and the person knows that if I travel all the way from Lagos to Osogbo, for instance, to go and investigate how they are doing so thing in Osogbo, it will know that, okay, I'll transport myself, this is risk, and I have insurance. In case anything happens to me, there's something my family will gain from it. But you are going, no, your
which is
guy,
why
even your own company is giving you, they are calculating 15 naira for.
Which is why a lot of journalists don't do so much of investigative journalism anymore, because there's no provision. What covers you, when trouble happens? Nothing.
If you die, you die. One of our colleagues just died now. The only thing everybody will just do is, he was a good man, he was a nice man.
Jolly good fellow. All right, our time is up. Anyways, this issue of the press council bill is still in the Supreme Court. So we don't know why it's now being passed for reading in the Senate in the first place. But we'll wait and see what happens anyway. Many thanks to our guests today. Thank you so much, Nii Tabiti, for making it on the show. Thank you, Esosa Osagede. And also thank you to Akogun Gani, Kayode Balogun. He had to leave quickly. Thank you for coming on the show. All right, thank you, Alero. Thank you, our viewers. We have loads of messages here we can't touch because of time. Thank you for joining us. Tomorrow at noon, God willing, we'll be back. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.